always, we are highly excited for the Soweto Derby this weekend. And we know the stats, we know the numbers. But right now, we are joined by Bertie Grobbelaar, that is from Stadium Management South Africa, to elaborate to us, especially when it comes to the goings on. How do we get to the stadium? Safety and security. What is going to be happening this weekend? Good afternoon, Bertie. Thank you so much for joining us right here in the World of Champions ahead of the much anticipated derby that we love so much.
Thank you, Thato. Always a pleasure to be involved in this and to share in the planning processes.
Now, we've seen the first derby. It went down in 5 style. Question is, this is the second leg. Anything that comes different with regards to fans arriving to the stadium on time, safety and security, but any massive element that we should take into contention?
But I think we learn lessons with each and every derby and we try to improve. And I can sit here now and recite again on the number of security officers deployed and on the access points. And you'll hear today from all over, I've heard as the key messaging. But there's 2 aspects I want to highlight. One is the transport getting there. And we must accept, there's going to be 100,000 people in the precinct during the course of the day. If you go to a mall on a Sunday and there's 6,000 people and 2,000 cars or 1,000 cars and you try and get them all out at the same time, you're going to have congestion. So we need to plan our journey to the venue. And the fans need to play a role in this as well. If we all arrive at the same time, you're going to have congestion. There's 4 arteries that feeds the stadium. That is the one thing that we want to emphasize in the fan experience and the stadium experience is plan your traveling to the venue. The other one is at the access points, the search points of getting in. Now, unfortunately, we confronted at all the sporting events, or specifically at the football events, with fake tickets and people trying to get into the venue without tickets. Now there's a huge emphasis, and a large part of the planning processes went into that this year. And I spoke to the authorised member this morning and I said, what is the key message from SAP side? And he said, 0 tolerance. And you will note, you might not see that on Saturday, but a lot of undercover police officers on duty. We unfortunately also experienced, with the assistance of the public and members, fans, reporting to us twofold in the parking areas and with the traffic. Let's call it rogue security personnel. That's also involved in illegalities and taking money from patrons to get into the venue. At all of these points, we're going to have undercover people monitoring this. The illegal car guards, and I find it's such a strong word to say illegal car guards. But we've got people that's part of the plan, that we accommodate car guards into the plan. But those that's not part of the plan that comes to the venue and try to park people at spots they're not supposed to park with an ulterior motive, obviously to break into the vehicles later on. So there's going to be a special unit dealing with that as well. For the first time in a very long time, there's a plan related to that. What is the message to the fans? If you see somebody in a reflector bib, he's not part of the plan. I can tell you now, somebody with a reflector bib is not part of the plan. It's either going to be a clearly identifiable security personnel and staff member, or it's going to be somebody in a blue bib with stadium management written on it. That's the people that should guide you to where you're supposed to park. Any others, they're not part of the plan. Another thing that we've added on, and we've tested it with the last derby, the previous derby, with great success. Fine-tuned that with more navigation app companies joining us in the system. It's the Map It routing system that we've implemented. Now, just in short, it's different to navigation app. This one directs you on the route you're supposed to go, where navigation app directs you away from traffic. Now that caused a lot of problems in the past. We directed people to Boyson's Reserve because there's no traffic, and then you ended up in that congestion. This one, you click on this routing app, call it that, your parking area, and it directs you to that parking area. So if you park in VIP, it will direct you towards road closures,
Wow.
not away from them, because you've got a vehicle access pass. Also important to note that for the Derby, except for very few and limited parking tickets, all parking is free. So we're directing people to the eastern side, northern side, and then at Nasrec to the parking areas there. So in short, my message is for the patrons to assist us as well. If you pick up on a illegal activity, if you're being asked money to park, report it and visit the club's website, visit our website. There's numbers to phone, and we'll immediately deal with that. We've got a small number of people that's making the event or takes away from the enjoyment of the event. So let's sort them out. 90%, 95% of us are there to enjoy the day and see the clubs battle it out on the field. So assist us in partnership to sort out and ensure your enjoyment.
You know, Bertie, I love the fact that you've spoken about how technologically savvy with the second derby is going to be, especially with this map and feature, and being able to get in contact with stadium management in South Africa should you see any rogue element or other fake tickets around. What other operational features will feature for match day as well, other than security and this wonderful, wonderful new tech-savvy elements you bring through?
We're excited. We also started at the previous derby with 2 drones to assist us with the traffic management.
Okay.
That's been extended, and SATs are also bringing in their unit. So we'll have 6 drones in the area. One specifically dedicated to the access points for crowd management, to tell us at this gate there's overcrowding. Let's reroute the people to other access gates, and then 2 specifically dedicated to monitor the parking areas with live feed into the VOC to dispatch if there's any issues in those areas.
Definitely sounds like we are well prepared for the derby this weekend. And I wonder if those drones will actually catch the different angles of the goals as well, and the goal celebrations. But as you said, Bertie, really, really making sure that it's a safe, secure and enjoyable derby for everyone, the players and the fans alike, and everything's clear to go ahead.
100%. And now I was waiting for your question on the ticket sales.
Ticket sales. I know that you had this conversation. I heard it privately earlier on, and I was like, well, maybe I'll wait for it a bit later. Ticket sales, Bertie.
We currently, there's now 9,300 tickets general access left when we walk into the door.
Mm-hmm.
And a strange phenomenon, all hospitality tickets sold out. It's normally the other way around.
Yes.
But there's not a single hospitality ticket left for this event, and then with 2 days left, 9,000 general access. So go to Ticket Pro and secure your ticket.
9,000 remaining, only a few minutes. No more hospitality tickets available, but just under 10,000. So maybe you might just get lucky. Bertie, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it, and I really can't wait to see how everything works out and works smoothly on Saturday.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much.